Hi. Hi. In this video, I will try and explain how I try to learn Mandarin, which is very difficult for me since I'm a Westerner and Mandarin is, I guess, more similar to maybe Japanese and other Asian languages. And it can be quite overwhelming, so I made a sort of structure since I will be going to study in China, and for that I wanted to learn Mandarin and then improve it while I'm there, but still I think it's better to have some competence in the language when arriving, since then actually staying in that country will be overwhelming enough. So how does one go about to get a good foundation in Mandarin? And my draft is, or my method is basically following some simple rules. First up, I'm building a strong vocabulary using Anki, spaced repetition software. So basically every day I sit there on my computer and just grind out at least an hour of vocab practice to get around about 10 new words a day. So then the 1,200 first words, which is my aim to then go into China, will have taken me a total of about 4 months. So that is actually quite doable. The thing is, you need consistency. If you stop, then it takes a lot more of time, and every day you don't do it, obviously you lose 10 new words. And so after you get the vocab done, or basically while you're still doing it, you can slowly start to read simple Chinese texts. And for that I can highly recommend the website DuChinese. I'm not affiliated with anyone, I have 0 subscribers, but I'm using it, and it's I think it's helpful. And so with Anki you build the vocab practice, so you know characters basically. If you think about them and you try strongly, then you can then they pop into your head, so that's good. And then with the DuChinese or with any sort of reading application, when you're reading texts, then you get a feel for how the language really works, for how a sentence is structured, and for how you can express certain things, because obviously some things are expressed in a very different way than other things, even though they technically could mean sort of the same. But I think it's also a very good exercise for the brain in general to try and comprehend and think in new patterns. So it's that is also very rewarding. And then the next thing would be to try and find maybe online a tandem partner, so someone that is also trying to learn your language, also a language that you speak, and that is speaking Mandarin as a mother tongue, or mainly just speaking Mandarin. And you would then try and schedule at least weekly meetings with that person, and try and make a deal that one is talking for your whole conversation is 2 hours. 1 hour you talk and the other hour the other person talks, and or basically 1 hour you talk language A, the next hour you talk and you communicate using language B. And that you can be like a child, but you should make a rule to try and not deviate too much from then that set language, even though you might still be a beginner, or especially when you're a beginner, it's you just gotta fight yourself through it, not being able to think of words. I mean, that's how it is at the beginning, but through this struggle especially, that's how we learn. This is why people are using Duolingo for 5+ years and then still can't communicate using the language. It's because it's not as uncomfortable as learning a new thing in an efficient manner is, sadly. And so my last tip is basically just to put in the hours. I mean, you can also something else I forgot is you can listen to podcasts in Mandarin. even though you don't understand anything, you get a feel for the language. That's something I've heard. I'm doing it now. I still don't know if my whole system makes sense, but I guess we're gonna see at some point. And so yeah, that's it for the first video.